With the NBA trade deadline coming up, is Giannis headed to Golden State? Let's dive in. Well, I'm not pulling this out of thin air, just so all you haters know. As of yesterday, and I can't honestly tell you the reason why, but Giannis has actually deleted from his social media and unfollowed the Milwaukee Bucks on his social media and has wiped his social media content clear of any Milwaukee Buck content except for the year that he won the NBA championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. So this gets interesting because honestly, I was a bit surprised that going into the season, he was still a Milwaukee Buck, because I made a previous video a couple months ago that I feel like they didn't do enough to keep him. Cutting ties with Dame Lillard, even though he wouldn't have been playing this year, and he publicized that he didn't like that. And their big acquisition was Miles Turner, who really, to me, I don't even think he should be a starter as far as center in the NBA, but he is talented. But if I'm Giannis, that's not who I wanted to keep me content with staying in Milwaukee.
What up, y'all? Thanks for watching The Authentic Take. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Much love. Now back to the video.
But anyway, with now wiping clear his content and his social media of anything Milwaukee Bucks related, it's got to make you think, with the trade deadline coming up, is he someone that could possibly be headed elsewhere? And yes, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but I think Golden State got to be the most enticing place for him to go. Because if you want to say, well, what if he goes to the Lakers, which I think would be really impossible anyway, to play with LeBron? Unfortunately, LeBron is just not that same guy that, we think he is. He's just not. And that's no fault to him. It's, Father Time is unbeatable. So, but I think he'd like to probably go to Golden State because he's always kind of subliminally said, he'd like to play with Steph and everything. And Steph, I think he's still got 3 to 4 years left in him. He started to get a little injured more than usual. But if you got someone like Giannis there, I think that he's fully capable of extending Steph's career, which would just be a positive for Golden State. And right now, Golden State, unfortunately, as of this video being made, is 11-11 and kind of looking old. Steph's not even in the lineup. Jimmy Butler just went out with an injury last night. And your core right now is really Seth Curry and Draymond. It's kind of scary. But what the Golden State Warriors would have to give up is really a trade piece. They would have to probably give up Jimmy Butler or Draymond. And although I love Jimmy Butler and I am thinking it's crazy how quick the Golden State fan base is kind of, turned on him, I think you got to give him up. As much as I don't want to, it's only you would give him up for a Giannis trade, because this is the likelihood. Things are, to me, just kind of going into place that this is a possibility, because Kuminga started off good for the Golden State Warriors, but it just kind of looks like he will likely get his wish and get traded, even though I do have a different respect for him based on the way he's been acting and playing this year so far. And then Seth Curry coming on with the Warriors is definitely taking away, it's probably taking all Buddy Hield's minutes. So I feel like Buddy Hield will be in that trade package. So I could honestly see for Giannis, we would trade, meaning the Golden State Warriors would trade Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Buddy Hield, possibly Brandon Podemski, but I don't know about that one, but possibly him too, for Giannis. And I think that's the best package that the Milwaukee Bucks will get. And, Jimmy Butler's familiar with the Milwaukee area, and he was rumored when he was getting traded from Miami that he could possibly go to the Bucks. And Brandon Podemski is a Milwaukee kid, so I'm sure he would love to go back there if that was on the table. So I kind of think both sides are just leaning towards this trade, and they just got to get it done. And I think it will be good for the NBA because, no matter how much everybody hates the Warriors and the dynasty, or the LeBron lovers come out, how big would this be for Giannis to go to Golden State to play with Steph Curry? That would be crazy. That would be box office. That would be monumental. So I think it's good for the Milwaukee Bucks to reset. I think it's good for the Warriors to maximize Steph Curry's career and legacy. And I think it's great, and it skyrockets the NBA's ratings. Definitely. So like always, drop a like, drop a comment with your opinion. Do you think Giannis is headed to Golden State, or is he going to stay put right now with the Milwaukee Bucks? But drop your opinion and make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is The Authentic Take. Until next time.